So good afternoon. It has been a while since I've uploaded on this channel. Big up to everybody who has been subscribing literally millimeters, Rizzler paper, away from 10,000 subscribers. So make sure you are subscribed. Let me get up to 10K. That would be a fantastic achievement considering I've barely used this channel since I've had it. I will be uploading more often this month than I did last month. Obviously, the Premier League is nearly finished and my main channel is Premier League based, Arsenal based. But smash the like button, share the content around. I'd love to know your thoughts on this because this basketball player whose surname I'm not even going to try and pronounce, Giannis, has come out with one of the worst statements I think I've ever heard a professional athlete, sportsman, whatever you want to call him, say in my nearly 41 years alive. Embarrassing. For anybody who doesn't know who this guy is, he's a basketball player. His team were ranked #1 seed or #1 rank to win the championship or whatever. And apparently they bottled it to the team bottom or something. I don't know. I don't know basketball. Don't really care, if I'm honest. He missed a load of free throws, whatever that means. Like I said, I don't have any idea about basketball. Never watched it really. But he sits in an interview and a journalist says to him, do you consider this season a failure because you're not going to win the championship? He then went on this mad outburst of, well, do you get a promotion in your job every year? Well, what's his job got to do with elite level sport, number one? Number two, that's not the question he asked, bro. Like, it's not talking about him, he's talking about you. So he continues on and says Michael Jordan played for 15 years, he won 6 championships, the other 9 years failure. So at which point the journalist says, well, no. He goes, well, there you go then. He goes, everything you do in sport is getting you a step closer to winning stuff. So there is no failure in sport. Excuse me? There is no failure in sport because you're working every day to try and achieve the ultimate goal, which is winning the championship in basketball. Cool. Okay. Cool. So why did you want to be a basketball player? What inspired this guy to be a basketball player and go, I want to be a basketball player? That should have been the question that the journalist come back to him with. What made you want to be a basketball player? Surely it was to win the championship, right? Surely it was to be the best basketball player ever. Because anyone who enters elite level sport, whether it be football, basketball, tennis, hockey, whatever it may be, rugby, F1, whatever it is, wants to be the best. They want to win the trophies, the titles, the honors, the adulation of that is why they want to do that. So this notion that is now spread globally off of the back of this geezer's interview of there's no failure in sports because you're always striving and working every day, which means you're getting better every day. Okay, well, practice makes permanent. It doesn't make perfect. Because if you're practicing the wrong things every day, even though you're doing it every day and you're putting the work in every day, doesn't mean you're doing the right thing every day to make yourself better. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. There can only be one winner. I get that. So surely, if there's only one winner, everyone else has lost. Like, what am I missing here? Sky Sports have obviously peddled it out because they love the drama, don't they? Yeah, they can dramatize everything. Oh, the top 4 race is heating up. Oh my God. Yes, the relegation battle is heating up. Again, relegation is failure. But Sky Sports are dramatizing a relegation battle. Like, why? You're dramatizing failure. But of course, Sky Sports are going to do that because they'll get more people interested. Oh my God, it's a big game. It's a relegation battle. Or it's a top 4 battle. And they get more subscriptions and people are paying for the subscriptions. I find it embarrassing that this guy said this. And apparently, from what I've read, he's one of the better players in basketball. He's actually a very good player, according to what I've read. The fact that a high-level, high-profile sports person has come out and said there is no failure in sport is an absolute disgrace to it. Disgrace to... I don't want to swear. Disgrace to sport. It is absolutely shambolic. Now, I looked at Sky Sports' Instagram page who posted it. Obviously, it's spread onto other pages all over the world. I'd say out of all the comments, and there was thousands of comments, I counted about 5 that agree with what I'm saying. Oh, yes, Giannis, Yes, Giannis, oh, what a way to look at life. Because he was saying to the journalist, you're doing your job to feed your family, to look after your parents, maybe, to pay a mortgage, to get a new car. So that's not a failure, is it? But what I don't get, and maybe somebody can clear this up for me. What I don't get is that elite level sport is nothing to do with a regular job. A regular job, you're not competing against, I don't know, say another 20 teams of people, for example, right? Or 19 teams of people, for example, and only one person can win. Because if I work for one company and I'm a journalist, yeah, and then this person works for another company, he's a journalist, we're not getting a medal at the end of the season unless we get voted for best journalist of the year. But it's not a sport. This is not a sport. They're just writing and asking questions. Like, come on. I don't understand how he's even flipped that back onto the journalist and said, well, you don't get promoted every year, so does that mean you failed? Mate, do you get a pay rise every year then, Giannis? Otherwise, you failed. Yeah, do you get a pay rise every year? Because if the journalists don't get a pay rise and promotion every year, promotion you'd come with a better pay. Do you get a new contract every year on better money? So easy to pick this argument apart. It is embarrassing. Yeah, and the journalist bottled it. He absolutely bottled it. If you go and ask Michael Jordan, yeah, and if somebody asked Michael Jordan the question, you won 6 championships in 15 years playing basketball, Michael, would you consider the other 9 years failure? I guarantee he would say yes. Didn't win anything. If you go and ask, I was going to say Floyd Mayweather, but he's never lost. Joe Kawasaki, never lost. Now, if you go and ask Usain Bolt what it's like to finish second, it's a failure. Like, come on, what is going on here? This loser mentality, the taking part trophy. I see Sheffield United at the weekend, finished second in the league, been promoted. Here's a trophy for coming second. What? What are you talking about? You came second, mate. You didn't win the league. You came second. Are we giving out participation trophies here? But of course, Arsenal fans would jump on it because we've bottled a title. No failure in sports, mate. It's a stepping stone to the end goal. Yeah, this mentality needs to leave elite level sport. If you have not won, you have lost. That's it. My daughter, egg and spoon race last season at school, sports day. She finished 4th. How ironic. Her dad's an Arsenal fan. But I said to her, did you get a trophy and a medal for that? Yeah, Daddy. Yeah, I got a trophy for that. Got a little certificate. I said, how many people got it? Just the first 4? No, all of them got it. So even if they tripped over and got egg on their face, they still got the trophy at the end of it. Sorry, that's got to end. Yeah? Building loser mindset, loser mentality. No. And that is why when people like me have the high standards, have the win at all costs, if you haven't won, you've lost. All of a sudden, I'm the problem. I'm negative. I'm toxic. Well, because I want to win. Like, I'll play Catan. Anyone who knows about that game, by the way, that game is elite. Go and check out that game. I like that game. I only started playing that game recently because I've never heard of it before. But I play that game to win. And if I don't win, I've lost. Yeah, and I've got the ump. Scrabble. If I don't win Scrabble, I've lost. And I've got the ump. Monopoly. If I don't win Monopoly, I get the ump. I don't care whether I'm playing against my daughter or playing against adults. Yeah, I want to win. Yeah, because for me, I've always done this with my kid. Mentality. If you don't win, you have lost. So try and get better. But the way this world's going and the way this like loser mindset's kicking into life, let alone sport, it's embarrassing, man. Yeah, it's embarrassing to the point where it's done a whole flip. And now anyone who does want to win is now seen as too much and too toxic. I remember Hector Bellerin saying this about Alexis Sanchez. Well, sometimes he can want to win too much and it gets a little bit overpowered. It's a little bit too much. He wants to win all the time. That's why your career's in the gutter, mate. Yeah, and Alexis Sanchez has won a lot more trophies than you'll ever win. And you're what, 10 years younger than him? 8 years younger than him? I don't even know how old he is. Yeah, but if you look at Alexis Sanchez's CV and trophies won, compare it to Hector Bellerin, who's more interested in walking down a catwalk or getting dressed in the dark, night and day, mate. Yeah, some people want to win. Ibrahimovic wants to win. Messi wants to win. Ronaldo wants to win. These people get it. Yeah, they get what the aim of elite sport is. Yeah, that basketball player is a disgrace for what he said. Yeah, an absolute disgrace. How dare you put that out to millions of people that there is no failure in sport? So the team that can finish bottom, don't matter, mate. We go again next season. Heads up, on to the next. And that is what my football club's now tweeted out. Heads up, on to the next. Where's the accountability? If there's no failure in sport, there's no accountability in sport, then is there? Because everyone succeeded. Yeah, and if there's no accountability in sport, I'm sorry, mate, it's finished. Like, I just do not get it. And it really, really irks me and jars me, yeah, that people are sitting there lapping this crap up because he's an elite level sports star. Well, he ain't got an elite mentality if that's what he's coming out with. If there's no failure in sports, there's no accountability in sport. If there's no accountability in sport, then everyone should keep their jobs. Nobody should get sacked then, right? Because they haven't failed, have they? Why did Tottenham sack Conte? Oh, but Lee, that was because he came out and said this, and that. Okay, cool. I'll give you that one. Fantastic. But how comes Real Madrid are going to sack Carlo Ancelotti unless he wins the 2 trophies he's in? But there's no failure. So Carlo can stay forever, right? Make it make sense. Somebody please explain to me this, because I do not get it. Yeah. If you're not first, you've lost. That's it. That's it. That's it. Anyway, we know your thoughts, feelings on all of that. Rant over. I'm going to cook some food. I'm going to fry some fish, bigger fish to fry and all of that. And all have a spectacular Monday. Happy 1st of May. Bank holiday in Spain, bank holiday in a lot of countries around the world, to be fair. It is beautiful outside. We're having a lovely glass. Well, I say glass. It's a cup of Sauvignon Blanc. Beautiful. Adios, amigos. Ciao.